welcome. This is going to be just a shorter flow, an opportunity to open the heart and the hips. So let's start seated with the eyes closed. Bring your hands to your heart. Start to take several breaths in and out through the nose. During this time, we have an opportunity. Since we can't go out in the world, we can go in to ourselves. We can explore a little bit more about what is truly important. What are our priorities? Where do we want to send our energy when we come out the other side of this journey? We really can take this opportunity where we're pausing to reflect. So I selected the hips and the heart today to open because that helps us go deeper, go in. So open your eyes, bring your arms all the way around and up. Let the shoulders be light, let the fingers reach up towards the sky. And then we'll set the right hand down and let the left arm just float over your ear. Draw your gaze up. You can walk those fingers as far away as you want to. You can even explore coming onto your forearm. And then inhale, float the right arm up. And exhale, let's float the left arm down. Maybe walk those fingertips out. Let that right arm reach up and over. Feel free to drop onto your forearm. Whatever serves you. So in the same way that we're staying in physically, give yourself the opportunity to stay in the body and the mind in your practice. Bring both arms up, exhale, float the hands down. So starting to get into those hips a little bit, we're going to inhale, sweep the left arm forward and around and come up onto your knees. And then exhale, sit back down. And then your next inhale, float the right arm up and over, lift the hips. And exhale, float the right hand down. So again, left arm lifts, press into the knees, lift the hips, exhale it down. And again, inhale, lift, open the heart up towards the sky, and exhale it down. Good, let's cross opposite. And we'll do the same thing again. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower, and inhale, lift. Second side, exhale, lower. One more each side. Inhale with the left arm up and lower, and then inhale with the right arm up and exhale, lower it down. From here, let's come onto the hands and knees. So as you inhale, we'll arch the spine. Exhale, let's round, draw the belly in. So part of opening the heart is extending the spine, keeping the belly nice and strong. Exhale, round, so we're flexing the spine. Inhale, extend, and exhale, flex. So just as we're practicing this idea of staying in and going in, we can do the same thing in the body. Exhale, round. If you notice the mind start to wander out, draw it back in. And we get better, right? It's practice. We can use this practice to help us with the practice. Come back to neutral spine. We're going to reach the right arm forward and the left leg back. Flex the foot, reach the fingers forward as you exhale, round it all in. Inhale, we'll get nice and long. Exhale, we're going to round. And again, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, round. Even tuck the head. And then we'll switch. Left arm forward, right leg back. Inhale, exhale, we're rounding. And again, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, round. Inhale, nice and long, and exhale, round. Straighten through the legs, straighten through the arm, and then set the hands and the knee down. Inhale again, we're going to arch the spine as you exhale, let's find our way back to downward dog. Pedaling out through the feet. So let's find 5 breaths in our downward dog. Just breathe here. Notice the sound of your breath. Inhale and exhale. Through the nose. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. Through the spine. Exhale, press back into those heels and let the shoulders draw away from the ears. Spread through each finger. And then let's walk the feet to the hands. So baby steps. The feet are going to walk towards the hands. As you get up to your hands to your feet to your hands, bend your knees, let your head shake out. So keep the left knee nice and bent, straighten the right leg, plant the left arm, float the right arm up to the sky, gaze up. And then exhale, set the right hand down, bend into the right knee, float the left arm up. So we have this opportunity to practice, right? The opportunity to go in. We can't go out, so let's go in. Inhale, find a flat back, lengthen here. And then we're gonna exhale, forward fold once again. If you need to bend those knees, go ahead. We're gonna roll it up, nice and slow. All the way up to the top of the mat. Good. On your next inhale, float the arms around and up. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we'll find a flat back, so hands to the shins or fingertips to the floor. And as you exhale, let's step to a plank pose. So holding your plank here, you can always bring your knees to the mat if you prefer that way. Belly draws in, stay with the breath. So how do we do that? How do we take this opportunity to pause and reflect? To go inside, to learn from the inside out? Well, it's practice. As you exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Inhale, we'll come right into a high cobra, so those hands stack underneath the shoulders. Press through the palms, lift through the chest. And then draw your gaze over your right shoulder. Let that left shoulder float forward. Inhale it back to center. Exhale, switch left. Gaze over the left, bring the right shoulder forward. Inhale it forward, so look forward, straight forward, and then curl your toes under and find downward dog. 5 breaths here. Pedaling one foot and then the other back and forth. Keep the shoulders light away from the ears. On your next inhale, high up on your toes. As you exhale, bend your knees. You can hop, you can step, you can float up to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let's fold forward. Good. Inhale, bring the arms all the way around and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms around and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale brings you right through your plank chaturanga. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale, rolls you back, downward dog. Breathe here, 5 breaths. So if you notice you're starting to go out, you're starting to leave this moment, you leave the body, the mind is wandering away, just acknowledge the thought and then draw yourself back here. This is our practice, our collective practice in the world right now, and our practice on our mat. Inhale, high on the toes. Exhale, bend your knees, hop, step, or float, feet to the hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Next inhale, we're going to sit into Utkatasana. Press back into the heels, lighten the toes, reach the arms up to the sky. Good. And then bend the elbows and let the palms flex. So we're gonna draw those shoulder blades back towards each other. Belly's nice and strong. Sit into your Utkatasana. As you exhale, forward fold. Let's interlace the hands behind the back. Let the head go. Good. On your next inhale, look forward. Release the clasp of your hands. And then come up into the toes and lift the heels. So we're in skier or diver's pose. Next, inhale brings us back to Utkatasana. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find your flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, floats you through plank to Chaturanga. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale, you're back to downward dog. Right leg's gonna lift, so let's bend the right knee and stack the hip and do some really nice circles. So remember, we're opening the hips and the heart today, specifically, so we're shifting that knee around quite a bit. Then we're gonna draw the knee across towards the opposite elbow, so your left elbow, and straighten the leg. We'll flatten that back foot all the way to the floor and lift the left arm up to the sky for fallen triangle. Breathe here. And then with your exhale, left hand's gonna come down. Inhale, float the right leg up, three-legged dog. And then we'll draw the knee forward and step the foot in between your hands, drop your back knee. Anjaneyasana, so press down through the feet, lift up and out of the arms. Shoulders draw down. Perhaps thread the hands around your left wrist. Draw the left arm up. Let's tip towards the right. I keep saying left. Right hand around left. Tip towards your right knee. Look up to the sky. Breathe here. With your exhale, hands are gonna come down. Let's bring them diagonally away from that front foot. Press into your palms. Bend into your right knee. Breathe here. And then walk the hands back. Left hand will ground, right arm will lift up. If you want to, curl the back toes under, squeeze your left buttocks as you reach the right arm up to the sky. Good. Exhale, right hand's gonna come down. Inhale, we're gonna step to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale it back, downward dog. Left leg is gonna lift nice and high. Let's bend the knee, let's circle it around a bunch of times. Just really getting into that hip a bit. And then that left knee is gonna come back across towards your right elbow, straighten the leg. Float your right arm up to the sky as you plant that right foot down. Fallen triangle. Breathe here. Right hand's gonna come down, left leg's gonna lift, get nice and high with that leg, and then bend the knee, round it forward, step the foot in between your hands, drop your back knee. As you inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. We're gonna hook the left fingertips around the right wrist, and then draw your gaze up to the sky. Shoulders relax. Breathe here. And then exhale, both hands down. We'll walk the hands away from your front foot. Right? Plant into the hands, stretching into the inner thighs here, letting the head go. And then we'll walk the hands back, bring the right hand down, curl your back toes under, lift your back knee, float your left arm up to the sky, find your twist. And then as you exhale, set that left hand down. Inhale, we're gonna come to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, high cobra. And exhale it back, downward dog. Pedal out through the feet. Breathe here. shaking out the head. On your next inhale, come high on the toes. As you exhale, bend your knees, hop, step, or float the feet to the hands. Inhale, we'll find our flat back. Exhale, it's forward fold. Inhale, sit into your chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold, interlace the hands. Good. Inhale, sweep back into your Utkatasana now. We're going to bend the elbows, let those shoulder blades draw towards each other. And then we're going to come into diverse pose. So reach the arms back, press into the toes. Inhale, sit into your chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, move back through your plank, chaturanga. Skip whatever you need to on your mat today. Inhale, high cobra, lift the chest. Exhale, rolls you back, downward dog. Right leg's gonna lift, so let's bend the knee, roll out through that hip. And then draw the knee back across to the left leg, straighten the, or left arm, straighten the leg. Fallen triangle. Exhale, bring the hand down. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. Knee draws forward towards the nose, step the foot. Good. Belly draws in. We're gonna come into a high lunge, but with 45-degree line with the arms. So shoulders draw down, right? Belly draws in, squeeze through the left buttocks. And then bend the elbows and open the palms. So think about those grasshopper arms. Your heart is opening a little bit like a cobra. We're gonna come into warrior three here if you want to. So lift that left leg, flex the foot, keep that cobra. And then we transition into Ardha Chandrasana half moon. So if you need to come through a standing split to get there, all good. Hand comes down, left arm reaches up. Breathe here. And then we'll float into our warrior two. So bend the right knee, windmill open the arms, and we'll find ourselves in a warrior two. Palms turn up to the sky as you inhale, reverse your warrior. As you exhale, gaze up. And then float the right hand back to meet the left. So we're going to round through those shoulders. Here we are, opening the heart again. Belly's nice and strong though to protect the spine. And then we'll fold it forward once again. Let the head go. Arms are reaching off the back. Shake out the head. We'll set the hands down, walking that arms 45 degrees away from that front foot again. This time, let's tent into the fingers instead of plant the palms. Let your shoulder blades settle down along your back. Let your head shake out. Walk the hands back. We're going to find that twist again. So lift off your back heel, flow your right arm up to the sky. And then if you want to, you're going to come into that side plank. So come to the pinky toe edge of the back foot. Stack the legs, arm reaches up and over. There's plenty of modifications for this. You can drop that lower knee if you'd like. And we'll meet in a downward dog. So you decide if you'd like to move through a vinyasa or not. Second side, so left leg's gonna lift, let's bend the knee, let's stack the hip, do those circles with your knee, really accessing the hip, and then draw the knee back across towards your right arm, straighten the leg, plant your right foot, lift your right arm up to the sky, fallen triangle. Exhale, that right hand comes down, inhale, the left leg comes back up, we're in our three-legged dog, and then the knee's gonna draw towards the nose, and the foot's going to step in between the hands. right? But our arms are gonna come in that diagonal line. So we're not reaching all the way up into crescent warrior yet. Wrap your right hip in towards your left. Bend your elbows and draw those shoulder blades towards each other. Hearts lifted, belly strong. Gaze forward. Then we're gonna find our way into warrior three if we want to, but keep that cobra lifting of the chest. Right? Heart and hips we're opening. Breathe here. And we're transitioning right into Ardha Chandrasana half moon. So left hand comes down, right arm reaches up to the sky. Breathe here. And we're gonna find our warrior two. So I'm just gonna switch positions. Warrior two. Come into reverse, so turn that palm up, those palms up. Reverse your warrior, bend into the front knee, gazing up. And then that left hand's gonna come behind the right. Let's interlace the hands. Roll your shoulder blades together, look up. And exhale, we're gonna forward fold, let the head go. And then walk the hands away once again from the foot. So this time we'll tent the fingers, we'll let the shoulder blades settle right onto the back. Belly draws in, bend into your left knee. Walk the hands back, right hand inside, left foot, lift off your back heel, float the left arm up to the sky. And then remember, if you want, your side plank. So stack, lift, top arm floats over the ear. If you want to, remember you can modify this by having the right knee be down to the floor. And once again, we're gonna meet in a downward dog. So you decide how you get there, what serves you. Use the breath, and we'll meet in downward dog. Take 5 nice deep breaths here. 5 breaths in downward dog. Good. Inhale, we're gonna come high on the toes. Exhale, bend your knees, hop, step, or float the feet to the hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're gonna sit into our chair, Waguespack. Exhale, let's forward fold. Try the opposite clasp of the hands. Inhale, back into Utkatasana. Exhale, come into those dragonfly arms. So we're drawing those shoulder blades towards each other. As you exhale, come into your diver's pose. Keep the chest lifted, reach through the arms. And then come right back. Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let's step back to your plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale it back, downward dog. Okay, you know the drill here. Lift the right leg, stack the hip, do those circles. As you exhale, bring the knee across, come into fallen triangle. Inhale, float that left arm up. Exhale is gonna bring us right back through to 3-legged dog. Good. And then this time, you're gonna bend the knee and set up as if you're coming into pigeon. So think about how you're gonna come into pigeon. So we're gonna lower it down, but we're not staying here long. So as you inhale, you're gonna press into the fingers, and as you exhale, you're gonna round forward. Inhale, lift all the way up. So heart and hips. Exhale, round forward. One more, inhale. And one more, exhale. Curl the back toes under, float into flying pigeon. So you're gonna hover this right leg up, bring it all the way back. And that same leg's gonna step forward, and we're gonna find warrior one, our first one today. Warrior one, inhale the arms up. Wrap the left hip forward. If you need to turn those toes a little more forward, go ahead. Bend into the knee, belly's nice and strong. As you exhale, let's move into warrior two. So reach the arms forward and back. And we're gonna find side angle. So right forearm comes to the thigh, left arm reaches up and over. If you're feeling like it today, you want to play with any kind of a bind, go ahead, wrap the left arm around, bring the right arm underneath. You decide. Stay nice and bent through that front knee, gaze up to the sky. And then draw your gaze down, unclasp your hands, set your right hand back. We're coming back into Ardha Chandrasana. But maybe we want to bend the knee, grab the foot, kick the leg up. Good, so what we're activating is the front part of the hip flexors. Here. Two more breaths here. And release the foot. We're going to be in a standing split now. Anybody wants to play with their handstand switches, now would be a good time. One up, one down, just staying in, right? We start to get judgy with ourselves, wonder what's available. Just explore, reset, and reflect. Step the back foot down, fold over. We're in a Parsvottanasana. Right, that forward bend. Feel free to keep this right knee bent if you need to. That's up to you. All right, let's step the back foot up to meet the front. We're going to come right back up into our Utkatasana. So inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Try the weird interlace of the hands. Inhale, float back up into Utkatasana. Exhale, bend the elbows, grasshopper arms, roll the shoulder blades together. Good. Inhale, we'll come into our divers. Keep the heart lifted here. So looking for that cobra spine. And then float your way back to Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. We'll make our way through plank chaturanga. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale it back. Left leg's gonna lift nice and high. We're bending the knee, we're opening, we're wiggling through those hips. Then let the knee come across to the opposite elbow, straighten the leg, come into your stargazer, lift. And then exhale, float your way right back. Bend the knee, remember we're coming towards that pigeon, so you're gonna bring the knee forward like you're coming to pigeon, but we're staying high here. Inhale, press into the fingertips. Exhale, let's roll it forward. And then inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. And again, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Press back up. Curl the toes under of your right foot. Lift your right knee and then hover your left knee up. Find pigeon. And then find your three-legged dog. Now we'll step to warrior one, second side. So left foot's forward, right leg, right hip is wrapping forward. I'm gonna change my direction here. Good, arms up to the sky. As you exhale, let's open it to warrior two. So front heel lines up with back heel or arch. Maybe bend a little bit more into that left thigh. And then left forearm's gonna come to the thigh, right arm's gonna reach up. So options here for your side angle. Arm can float over the ear, look up to the sky. You can wrap. If you want to, explore half or a full bind. Keep a nice bend in that left knee. Look up, belly draws in. the left fingertips in front of the left foot. We're gonna come back into our Ardha Chandrasana. Maybe you want to bend the right knee and grab the foot, kick that foot into your hand, activating the hip flexors. We're actually calling on a lot of the muscles of the hip when we come into Ardha Chandrasana. Both gluteus mediuses, medii. Hands come down, we're in our standing split. You decide if you want to do your handstand switches on the side. One up, one down. Just playtime. And then we'll meet back in that forward bend. Right foot steps behind about 3 feet. Fold over the left leg, keep the knee bent if you need it to be. Good, let's step the right foot up to meet the left. Come into a forward bend, so look forward and then exhale, fold. Grab your big toes. Just rock back and forth on your feet and fold. Good. Release the toes. Roll it all the way up to standing. Good. And as you inhale, bring the arms around and up. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find your flat back, lengthen. Exhale, step through your plank to chaturanga or skip it and meet us in downward dog. Good. So right leg's gonna lift, but instead of stacking the hip like we've been doing, we're gonna bring the right ankle to the left thigh. And then we're gonna walk the hands all the way back. And imagine we're setting up for a tree, because we are. So bend into your left knee, bring the right foot where it belongs, above or below the left knee, hands to the heart. Belly draws back and up, arms reach up. Right? So a pretty non-traditional way to enter into tree pose. But that's okay, right? Sometimes when things are non-traditional, we still have the opportunity to learn from them, to take the message that's being offered, to go inside, reset. Hands are going to come back to the heart. Right ankle's going to come back onto the thigh. We're going to hinge forward, hands come down. We're walking forward, but instead of walking to downward dog, we're gonna walk to plank, all right? And we're gonna come into a side plank 2 version. So first, you're gonna plant the whole foot. Your knee's gonna be on the bottom. Your arm's gonna reach up to the sky. Good. Then we're gonna flip and go the other way. So you're gonna come to the pinky toe edge of the foot. Maybe you're gonna set that foot inside the thigh, come into your tree version of side plank. And then we're gonna come back, set both feet down in downward dog. Second side, left ankle's gonna come to right thigh. Let's walk the hands all the way back. Let's bend a little into the right knee as we transition and bring the left foot where it belongs for our tree pose. Hands come to the heart. Let's stay here. If you want to reach them up over the head, go ahead. Reprioritizing, resetting, refocusing, going in. We have that opportunity now. We can choose to take it. Start to bend. We're going to bring the left ankle back on the right thigh. We'll bend. We'll walk the hands forward. So first we're going to go and plant the whole foot. So you're going to move towards the left. The knee points down. Arm up. And then we're gonna float back and come all the way to the pinky toe side of the right foot. Float the left arm up and maybe create your full tree in your side plank. Okay. As you exhale, bring the hand down. We're gonna meet right back in our downward dog. Right leg's gonna lift. Let's stack that hip one last time. Press through both hands. And then bring the hips back together. Knee's gonna come towards your right wrist. Ankle's gonna come towards your left. Here we are. We're gonna settle into a pigeon now. A little bit deeper into the piriformis and the deep lateral rotators of your hip. Places where we store a lot of stress, anxiety, fear. Breathe here. Feel free to do this on your back as an ankle to knee if you prefer. Two more breaths here. And then curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, float the right leg up, shake it out. And we'll do the second side. Left leg's gonna lift. Let's stack that hip one last time. Do that wiggling of your hip. And then draw the left knee toward your left wrist, ankle towards your right wrist. We'll come forward into our pigeon. Remember, you can always do this on your back if you'd like. Breathe into this space. If we can't go out in the world, we can take this opportunity to go inside. To pause and reflect. To focus on what our true priorities are. To connect to our gratitude right now. 3 more breaths here. And then press up into the hands. We're going to curl the back toes under, float back into your downward dog, shake it out. And let's shift forward to our plank, lower all the way onto the belly. Our final heart opening for today. So as you inhale, keep the chin tucked into your chest. Let's lift the legs, buttocks relaxes. I keep saying that in all my videos this week. Buttocks relaxes. And then as you inhale, lift the chest and then the chin last. And then the hands hover. Good. 2 more breaths, breathe here. Exhale, lower down, bring the right ear to the mat. Just wiggle out your hips for a moment. Good. Draw the chin back into the chest, 1 more. So as you inhale, start with the legs, lighten the buttocks, lift the heart, then lift the chest, then lift the chin, then lift the arms. We're gonna come back into those grasshopper arms. So try to draw your shoulder blades towards each other as much as you can. Gaze forward. And then float the arms alongside you, interlace the hands, roll the shoulder blades together, lift the legs. Exhale, lower everything down, left ear to the mat. Wiggle out your hips. And then lift your head, we'll just roll right onto our back. Legs come down. Bend the knees, we'll do 1 final back bend on our back. So bridge pose, or if you like Urdhva Dhanurasana, feel free. Having a little bit of a wrist issue, so I'm gonna skip it. Urdhva today, but ground into your feet, belly draws in, lift your hips. Walk your arms underneath you if you're in bridge pose. If you're in Urdhva, make sure you're pressing in all the way to the wrists of your hands. thighs are parallel regardless of which back bend you select. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. Good. And draw your knees into your chest. And cross your right knee over your left and float this whole setup over to the left. Bring your arms in a T or feel free to cactus them. One last time, we'll work with this action and gaze over your right shoulder. Keep the arms in cactus, just opposite cross the legs and continue over to the other side. Draw your gaze over the opposite shoulder. Cross the legs, bring the arms alongside you, lower your legs down to the floor. Come into your final rest. So this is often where the mind starts to wander out. Give yourself the gift of this practice by staying in. There's so much we can learn from going inside, from working from the inside out. Both physically in the body and in the mind and the heart and the spirit as well. So take as much time as you'd like in your Shavasana. I invite you to enjoy the fruits of your labor, to remember that you have nowhere to go but in. Namaste.